All right, it's a beautiful morning here, beautiful morning of March here in Abuja, Nigeria. I hope you're good and I hope you're well. And it's good to see your face again. So, how have you been? All right, it's a beautiful morning here, beautiful morning of. So, how have you been? I hope you're well, I hope you're good, and I hope all is well with you. So, say me hi in the chats. Maybe tell me Happy New Month or something. Yep. Mano, you can try now. Okay. Yeah, Happy New Month. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Martha, Charity, Gladys, Miriam, Florence, and who else is here? Bemi, Bemi Sola, um, Adeshina, uh, Patience. Okay, so I'm trying to dot some names so that I don't cut my tongue. Luakemi, nice to meet you guys. So, how was yesterday? So tell me, how was yesterday? How was digital marketing plan? Tell me one word. How was it? Was it awesome, interesting, fun, good, splendid, excellent, fantastic? Okay, awesome, great, awesome and impactful, great. Okay, interesting, impressive. Oh, network was bad. Sorry about that. I'm sure network will be stable today. I'm sure. Okay, beautiful. Yep. Okay, so today we'll be speaking to social media, and it's gonna be fun. And yeah. So which part of the globe are you? Did you go for exercise? People always use walking. People always use the weekend for workouts and etc. Okay, see you. FCT Africa. Okay, which part of Africa are you, Miriam? FCT, Abuja, Abuja. I'm in Abuja myself, and it's a little bit hot. Yeah, the rain came a few days ago for the first time, maybe in 2 months, and it was quite cool. At least it wets the floor. FCT, Lagos, Lagos, Enugu. I see you. Wio, hi. No one. Over there. Met my sister. Abuja, Plateau, always cool there. Just Plateau. All right. All right. So let's do something. Please copy the link. Emmanuel will drop a link in the chats. Please copy the link and share it in the group. Please, Emmanuel, open the group for everybody to be able to buzz the group. Let's do what we did the last time. Everybody, please, let's buzz the group. Tell everybody, please join. Please join. Something like that. Join, join, join. We've started. Let me see the permissions. Okay, everybody can send a message now. So please, everybody, let's do that. That will take you just 3 seconds. We are live. Please join, join, join. Thank you. Thank you as you're doing that. Yes, on the group, please, Miriam. The WhatsApp group. WhatsApp group, please. Not on Zoom. Abuja, nice to meet you. Okay, thank you. As you're doing that, thank you, everybody. So today I'm going to spend more time to answer questions. So if you have any questions that was not either properly addressed or you want it to be answered in a much more sophisticated way today. I have all the time. Okay, this is a weekend, so we have all the time to sit down and just right. So please, if you have questions, keep the questions in the Q&A. I'll be taking breaks in between also to pick up all your questions. So that you can have the full benefit of being here. All right. And there's a YouTube link. If you're having difficulty with Zoom, there is a YouTube link. Just go to Impact Hard Training on YouTube. I'm sure Emmanuel will drop that link later. But we want you on Zoom, all right? We want you on Zoom because the attention we pay to YouTube might be a little bit divided. So I'll prefer you on Zoom. But if anybody is having a challenge, please direct them to YouTube, Impact Hard Training. Okay? You're having a challenge with YouTube, with Zoom, please go to YouTube. Streaming also there. Another advantage of that is you can always go back to watch again after we are done in case you missed anything that was said. Okay? All right, so let's go. Let's go. Give me 1 second, please. All right, so let's. All right, okay. So social media marketing for business. So once you tell me how many social media platforms are you on? I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter. Maybe just list them for me. I'm on Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn. Excuse me, I'm on X, even though I'm not so active. But just tell me, which ones are you? Just list it for me. List it for me. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. See you. Vingil. Please list it. The ones you are on. Facebook and LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, WhatsApp. Okay, everybody's technically on WhatsApp. Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, WhatsApp, TikTok. Okay. LinkedIn, WhatsApp. The way you spell the WhatsApp for me. Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook. Network is bad. It's not from my end. Please check your own. My network is good, at least today. Rebecca, Facebook, IG, YouTube. I'm sure everybody that owns a Gmail owns a YouTube. Possibly you're not just utilizing it. Telegram and Instagram are more like constant time. All right. Okay. So these are some of the most popular ones that we have, right? Beautiful. And it's good you have a presence there. I'm sure you're also there as a business, not just for your personal use. Okay. All right. You can hardly hear me. Please pump up your volume. Is my volume good? Good morning, Sarah. How are you doing? Is my volume good? I'm sure it is. You can see my screen, right? And you can see my face. Okay. Increase your volume too from your end, please. All right. Beautiful. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. If you just joined, thank you for welcome. If you want to invite somebody, please go ahead. The link has been shared. If anybody's having difficulty, please direct them to YouTube. I'm sure either of those two should work. Okay. So let's go ahead. Social media marketing for business. So we're going to be doing this in 3 segments: introduction to social media marketing. Then we'll also speak to importance of social media marketing and the core pillars of social media marketing. So let's go to the first part, introduction social media marketing. So let me ask you, so what is social media marketing? Now, you've been able to tell me that you're already on social media. So what is the marketing on social media? Tell me. Social media marketing. So in the simplest way, you don't need to go to AI for that. Just tell me what it is, what you think it is. On a business WhatsApp, you should be able to join the same thing. Well, okay. To promote your products, where? Bolande, advertising yourself, your brand, okay. Miriam, where? Posting your product and prices, advertising your product, where? Remember, we are specific today. We are speaking to social media directly, right? So your answer should be in that direction. It's a fast growing market. Of course, it is. Using your social media to advertise your goods and your location. Thank you. Platform where you promote your products and services like your WhatsApp. Yeah. Okay. Advertising and selling your product on online space. Social media is just one of the online spaces. Okay. So narrow down your question to it's social media generally, because today we are speaking to you directly. Marketing your products and services on the social media platforms. Okay. Thank you. Marketing online on your location. Thank you. Okay. All right. And thank you for all those comments and contributions and responses and replies. Please keep it coming. Again, I'll be throwing in a few questions in between, so I'd love you to keep the class lively, right? Thank you in advance for always making it lively. All right, so let's go to what social media is. So like you've rightly said, it's all the activities around when you get to market your brand, market your product, market your services, all the planning, all the images and the designs and the videos, the update and the postings and the reels and the feeds and the stories and all of that content that you get to drive traffic, get to drive audience engagement. You get to drive people, make people see what you're doing, as well as when you run ads. So it's formation of all of that is social media advertising. Remember, you can do all these things on some other platforms. At the Google Business platform, you can also put your pictures, updates, and all of that. You can do the same thing on your website, even the website has a few restrictions. And you can run ads on those places as well, right? But ultimately, the one we are speaking to today is social media. When we are speaking to social media. And Jumia is not a social media place. Jumia is an e-commerce place, okay? Just to clarify that, Elizabeth, it's an e-commerce place. So when you say is social media marketing is advertising your business in an online space, that's a little bit generic, right? So you want to narrow it down, right? And it's different from you saying you can say it's a form of online advertising, form of digital advertising, but it's not. We're narrowing it down. Remember, there are two types of marketing broadly. Two types. Who knows the two types? The broad headings of marketing. Two types. Which one and which one? Okay, Esther, advertising and selling. Okay, organic is organic is like you're not paying money for it to advertise. Yes, I know, but that one is to the platform itself. When we speak to marketing generally, we have two types: physical and digital. That's very close. Digital is correct, but physical is not the right word. Let me see. Physical contact. Yeah, it's a form of marketing. Virtual marketing, also a form. I want you to use the right term for it. There's digital marketing on one side, then there's the other one. Which other one? Just try. Just drop something. Mm, digital, yes, that is one. Networking. Well, all those ones are classed under a particular traditional. Thank you, Okpeyemi. Traditional marketing and digital marketing. Those are the two broad headings. So if you think about network marketing, online marketing, word of mouth, they are classed under those two subheads. For instance, traditional marketing comprises of what and what and what? Word of mouth. Mhm. Let's speak to traditional marketing right now. Traditional marketing comprises of word of mouth, referrals. Drop your own. Which other one do you know? Word of mouth, referrals. Uh-huh. Which other one? Flyers. Yeah, beautiful. Flyers, yes. Next one. Printing materials, of course, newspapers, physical advertising, beautiful. Television, radio, roadshow. Yes, roadshow, word of mouth. Mhm. Referrals. All of those are classed under billboards. Thank you. WhatsApp status is not traditional. Outdoor marketing like billboards. Yeah, thank you so much. Roadshow, out of home advertising. All of those are classed under traditional marketing because they are not using the internet. Beautiful. Magazine, thank you. Newspapers, etc. So now let's list the ones for um, digital marketing. So let's list it now. Social media, I've answered that one for you. WhatsApp is still under social media. Facebook under social media. Content, beautiful. TikTok is under social media. Email marketing. Search engine optimization, beautiful. Thank you. Email. Which other one? What about, yes, Google Ads. That is search engine marketing. LinkedIn is under social media. Website marketing, e-commerce, all of those are classed under search engine marketing. E-commerce, yeah. Lead generation, they're all under search engine. Google Ads, beautiful. So you get it now. So anyone that uses the digital media, that uses the internet, is classed under what? Digital marketing. Anyone that does not use the internet is classed under traditional marketing. So those are the two broad subheads. Even if you want to add affiliate marketing, it's a kind of affiliate marketing is just in between both ways. Why do I say that? Affiliate simply means you get somebody to buy a particular product and I get a percentage from that product. I get a percentage from the owner of the product, right? So I can decide to market that product traditionally or digitally. The aim is to get people to buy the product and I get my interest. So I can decide to use traditional means or digital means. As affiliates. Same thing with influencer marketing. An influencer, like you see the big guys do, you can see their faces on billboards, you can see them on banners, you can see them doing promotion. That is traditional marketing. You can also at the same time see the same people on your Google Ads, on your YouTube. So that is digital marketing. So it can be a combination of both ways. I hope you understand. So you can use both tools for affiliates and influencer marketing. It doesn't really have a place where you can class it. The one thing you should understand that there are two broad subheads of marketing when we speak to digital, traditional. So every other thing falls under that. What led me to that? Social media. So social media is just one of the means, right? Under the digital marketing space. Okay. I don't know what freelancer is. Please, you can find that out. Not quite sure what it is. So I won't give you wrong information. So, precious. Okay. So before we go down to the benefits, I would love you to freelancer. Freelancers are offering their skills to be paid. You could be a freelancer yourself, whether you are doing content or you're doing content or you're doing Google Ads or you're doing one thing or the other. You're just offering your services to be paid for it. So it could be anything, right? And most of those skills are mostly digital skills anyway. I hope you understand that. So, so before we go down to the benefits of social media, of which I know you understand, let's go down. Let's go down memory lane. Let's go down memory lane a little bit and speak to the history of social media when it got popular. Who's ready for a story now? Story. I hope you're not expecting tortoise and the hawk. Story. If you don't answer story, I'm not telling you the story. Okay, people like story. Ah, Nigerians. All right, so let's go down memory lane a little bit just to spice this class up. And remember, uh, social media has been, if you want to want to go down the history, social media has been from the 70s, but it really caught a good traction during the era of the Mark Zuckerberg's era. Remember back then when he was in Harvard, the university never graduated from. So I actually watched one of his messages, one of his valedictory speeches when he went to speak to Harvard graduates. And so he was telling a piece of this story I'm about to tell you in that presentation. It was somewhat a little bit funny when he said that he told his girlfriend, "I'm gonna be kicked out tomorrow. Why not marry me?" Can you imagine? How do you make that kind of a proposal? If you are doing it to girls in Nigeria, they would throw stone at you. How can you tell somebody? Yes, he eventually graduated. Yes, I know about that. Yeah, he was actually given a doctorate, honorary doctorate. Yeah, and he went back to finish it. Yeah, no. So, but before he got to that stage, there was the tussle around the products that he built alongside with his classmates. I know a lot of you know this story. Not classmates. I think they were roommates alongside with his roommate. And the backstory to that is people don't really tell this part that his father hired a, a developer to train him how to develop apps, how to develop websites. So this was just a crazy idea of building a product or building a site where people can view the pictures of girls on campus. Very interesting, right? And so they started to build it and all, and that was the sole aim, building the platform to be able to watch pictures of girls on campus before it became something big. And there was a little tussling between who takes ownership. Luckily, he won. I think the other guys had a little share from the whole stuff. So when Facebook actually hit the New York Stock Exchange in 2007, but before then, there was the part where the product got to spread to other schools within the United States, right? And there was the intellectual property tussle in between who actually would hold ownership, right, and all of that. So yeah, to eventually spill out of that, he took ownership of the greater share of the company, and you know, and he started the product now graduated from being a website. Those of you that have been here for a while, remember when you used to use Java phones and Symbian phones? Please wave to me. I know I'm not alone. Java phones and Symbian phone users. Do you guys remember back then? Maybe somewhere around 2007, 2008, 9, when the products, you know, when the Facebook started to hit the African markets. Remember how we used to use the Java phones to, we just feeling on top of the world back then with that as small Java phones. Yeah. So time evolved. And so when the Android device now hits the African market, Nigerian market specifically, I remember Techno producing very small phones, the P7 and the M3 and all those ones. You guys remember, ba? I know you remember. And all those small Android devices that used to make our head very swell. Yes, and all the ones you're mentioning now. So now Facebook migrated from that to building an app. So it now became the app. Yes, before then there was to go. Ah, precious, you're old enough. There was a to go before the Facebook. Remember the to go uh, all those levels that you need to climb. I've forgotten those levels. And WeChat was not even popular then. To go free night calls. You guys have been here. I know. I knew I wasn't speaking to my to Gen Zs alone. You know. So the to go was the chat thing back then, right? So when Facebook came, people began to use Facebook alongside with to go. But when the app was developed, when smartphones began to break into the Nigerian market, the app was developed, right? So they now developed an app for Facebook. So it began to be refined over time. Got to be refined over time. Then shortly after the app came, so shortly after WhatsApp came, shortly after Android came, WhatsApp now came in. At that time, yes, I remember Eskimo too, even though I didn't use that one. Even though, yeah, Eskimo, I heard it was interesting. Yeah, I don't know. So, and what happened now? So, WhatsApp came when the app was introduced, right? And so WhatsApp was now contesting against To Go. Eventually, WhatsApp won To Go. So To Go died, natural death. To Go just died. I don't know what happened to them, but they just died. They didn't migrate fast. Okay, so now people move to WhatsApp, right? So WhatsApp was hand in hand with Facebook, WhatsApp, Facebook. So WhatsApp was the place people could chat. So shortly after, um, this guy bought WhatsApp. Mark bought WhatsApp. Then there was Instagram. Instagram was not originally owned by Facebook. They call it the Meta family now, right? So the Meta family now owns Facebook, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. But before then, Instagram was not owned by Mark, right? So Facebook now bought Instagram and bought WhatsApp. So they refined the whole platform to what you're seeing today. And they've been innovating on that. They've been innovating on that. Then the other guys came, Pinterest came, YouTube began to catch traction. It was just there before then. Remember, Google actually bought it from another brand. Now YouTube is generating billions of dollars for Google. YouTube caught traction. Um, Twitter was not popular, but it was there. Twitter got popular after Obama's election, right? And what else now? So Twitter got popular along the line, along the line. Which other one now? LinkedIn came in along the way. LinkedIn came in along that line also. And so everything has just been, then TikTok now came. TikTok is the most recent, the most recent that is very popular, right? And which other one now? There was Pinterest, there was TikTok, there was Snapchat too. There was Snapchat that also came. And so everybody, you must have it, possibly you have a piece of yourself on maybe one, two, or three of those platforms. So now it was just a social place. For Facebook now, it's just a social place where people just get to tell their story. Zoom is not a social media platform, by the way. People just get to tell their story and see what is happening around people's life and all of that. Yes, like it came. I did not use that one, but eventually they began to, yes, Telegram too. Thank you. Eventually they now decided to, they now began to use data from people. Now, it's the data that enables them to give you an opportunity to run ads. So they began to, when we tell you there's an analytics part of your social media accounts, that is the data part now. They now built that data part. I remember Mark Zuckerberg being interviewed, being questioned in their Senate floor in the US. Why is nosing into people's privacy? So there was a lot of privacy battle in between. A lot of research. They sued him and all those things in between. But he had to hold on to, because that is what makes advertising possible. Why we can't advertise on WhatsApp is because WhatsApp is encrypted end to end. So the owners of the product don't have access to what you are doing in your platform. So it's encrypted. It's just between you and the person doing the business, just two of you, right? But every other social media platform, they can see what you're doing. So they can tell you when you want to go run ads, select based on demographics, age range, select based on behavior, based on interest, because they understand the places and the kinds of contents that you are paying attention to on that platform. They can class you into those categories for people that want to run ads. Do you understand? So insight is what actually helps those platforms to enable you to run ads. Hope you understand. Yes, I may not be able to run ads on Facebook, on WhatsApp, because WhatsApp is just you and the user. It's close-ended. Do you understand that? So there was a tussle around privacy and plunging into people's data and all of that. But eventually he won that. So that was what now led to him being able to use the Facebook platform to market. Meanwhile, Google was already running their ads. Google was already running their ads. Okay. WhatsApp business gives you to some level, but you only can market to people that have your contacts. That is just what WhatsApp is. That's just how it is designed, right? If I don't have your contact, no matter what you're marketing, you can't reach me. No matter what ads you're running on your WhatsApp business, you can't reach me because you don't have my contact. That's how it's designed for protection, all right? Huh. So, so all of that made the advertising possible for social media generally, all right? So everything happened um, within that space. I hope that story was good. Tell me it was good. WhatsApp channels is not for advertising. It's just for you to post information, just like your WhatsApp group. So you can't run ads. When I say running ads, it means you paying like what you pay on Facebook for it, then select a certain class of audience. You can't do that on WhatsApp. You do like my story. I'm a terrible storyteller, but I hope you got the point. Tell me you got the point. I'm going to improve my storytelling skills. Trust me, I will. All right. So, okay, beautiful. So now let's get going. So now WhatsApp social media. It comes with lots of benefits, and I'm sure you guys can agree to this. Please drop the link for the group. Let Miriam join. I'm sure you guys can agree to this. Um, please, if you have questions, keep it in the chat so that I don't miss it. If you put it in the chat, I'll definitely miss it. I can promise you that. Yeah. Okay. So it comes with lots of benefits. Lots of benefits. So you get to have increased brand awareness. You also, because the platform provides you with the ability to introduce yourself, your business, build your reputation, because you get to post regularly your product, your services, your team, and every other thing. So you get to also have increased traffic to your website because you can add the links of your website to your social media and vice versa. And you also are able to engage with your customers. They see your post, they engage with you, and it's very, very cost effective. It's low cost. You don't need to pay money when next you want to buy, when next you want to make a post. Now you need to buy a new device when next you want to make a post. Right? Whereas you are going to the billboard, you have to pay money, pay new banner you want to have. It's a lot of money to be paid. Okay? Uh-huh. All right. So let's speak to creating your social media marketing plan. And of course, we all agree to this. Is there anything you can do in this life without planning? Tell me. Anything. WhatsApp group for us to interact. Okay, let me grab that link for you. That link was shared earlier. Emmanuel, are you there? Please drop the WhatsApp group link. Thank you. Is there anything you can do without planning? Dying. Yes, sleeping, right? And of course, if you are not planning, you are still planning. And that is you are planning the other way around. Everything needs planning, actually, right? Unwanted pregnancy. Don't let me speak to that topic, but of course, you must have been planning for it when you wanted it. Crying. You can plan to cry, of course. I mean, emotional people. All right. Okay, so basically, right? Basically, there's really nothing you can do without planning. And if you fail to plan, you're actually planning because you're planning to fail in that case. So first of all, you need to define your goals, what you want to do with your social media. Remember we spoke to Smart the other day? You can plan to accept Jesus anyway. Remember we spoke to Smart. So Smart, your goals need to be smart, of course. Remember the smarts. What does S stand for? Let's just do a refresher. What does S mean? S Specific, beautiful. M, M, measurable, beautiful. And depending on where you read it from, it could be different things. A is what? Attainable, achievable, beautiful. What about R? Thank you. Realistic, real, beautiful. T is time bound. Thank you. So your goals need to be smart, right? You need to spell it out in the exact terms, right? Your goals need to be smart. What do you want to do? Do you want to drive traffic? Do you want to increase web traffic? Do you want to generate more leads? You want to sell product? Do you want to sell your services? Do you want to build a community? What do you want to do? You have to state that out first, okay? And you need to identify your audience. You're not just marketing to everybody. We are selling t-shirts. You're marketing to a specific set of people. Remember, we spoke to the persona on the first day. Do you remember the persona? How many people remember the persona or the audience profile? Do you remember it? So you need to identify who your audience is. Okay? Identify who your audience is exactly. You should be able to break down the qualities of your audience. That will form part of your identifying your audience. And then you select the right platforms. Now you may not be able to be on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, all at the same time. Especially if you are managing it by yourself, it could be very daunting. Trust me. To keep up with the place, to get everything done at the same time, it could be very, very daunting. So you want to choose maybe one, two, or three, where you want to pay close attention to, right? So please, you want to select the right platforms and you want to create engaging content. When people ask me, I'm doing the best I can do, but my page is not growing, change your content. There's no magic around it. Apart from the fact that you can run ads for it to be seen some more. But if the content is not still good, you will still have that traction. There's no magic in running ads, right? If you are running ads with a good product, you see the results. If you're running ads with products that are not good, you won't see the results. That's just how it works, right? So make sure your content is engaging enough, right? Content is engaging enough and good enough. So how can social media help you to help you meet your marketing goals? So first of all, it helps you to increase your web traffic, like we spoke to it earlier. You can increase your web traffic. Also helps you to build conversation around people, people that are doing, can build conversation around everything, right? Around your product, around your services, around feedback, right? Social media can also help you to raise your brand awareness, can tell your story around your products and your services, and you can also create your brand identity, and you can improve communication and interaction with your key audience. A couple of tips you need to consider before you start is you want to track your competitors, stop on the list, want to see what others are doing. Other people in the same industry with you, want to see what they're doing. And so from there now you can be able to gather some ideas, right? To be able to tell exactly what you should do differently. So you track competitors and you also have great social content. That is one thing you need to consider. Remember, I spoke to earlier, having a good social media content and a strong brand image. Strong brand image also. Remember, I spoke to branding during the first session. A strong brand image about what you do, keeping your customers, retaining them, and measuring your success with the insights. So every platform has an insight part. Every platform has what's it called now? A data part. A Facebook page has a data part. Your Instagram too does, your LinkedIn does, your Twitter does. And you need to also plan your social media. You don't want to just wake up and start making posts, right? You want to plan things out. You should have a standard plan. We'll speak to this somewhere in the future before we end the class. So these are the best platforms. So let's say the most popular of them: Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, LinkedIn. Let's go to the next one. So different social media platforms for marketing benefits. So let's speak to Facebook. Like I told you about Facebook earlier, it's still the number one as far as social media is concerned. I mean, there were social media platforms that existed before Facebook, but um, the whole popularity happened when Facebook started, somewhere in the 2000, 2004, 2007, thereabouts. That's when the thing actually hits. And the name got popular, right? There were other ones, just a few other ones before then. So Facebook is still the number one, holding over 3 billion users every month. That's a crazy number. No platform holds that much. YouTube is trying, but they nourish, right? And what other big advantage do they have? Still number one. And if you are posting on Facebook, you just start with the facebook.com. Set up an account. Maybe setting up with facebook.com, put your pictures, cover photo. If you need a page, of course you should need a page for a business. To open a page under your account, and then you start. So you can steer traffic to your website as well. You can set it up as a business place, like the way you do on Google Business Profile. You can add your phone number, add your location. TikTok is good. TikTok is good. Like, I mean, it's the most popular, fastest rising social media platform that actually exists currently. So I actually advise, if you're not on TikTok, please find yourself there, especially as a business. You can check that information on wearesocial.com. Let me drop that link for you in the chat. Man, please share this link. You can check wearesocial.com. Yeah, please check wearesocial.com. You can see all that information. So Facebook can also run targeted ads. You can raise your brand awareness. You can promote positive word of mouth. You can share basic information about your business. You can share pictures, videos. You can talk to existing and potential customers. You can provide customer support. There is the Facebook Messenger now. There is the Facebook story now. There is the Reels on Instagram. On Facebook, you can write up to 5,000 characters. You can put loads of pictures. I don't know if pages have restriction, but on your personal profile, you can put loads of pictures, right? No restriction. But on Instagram, which is also owned by the Meta family, like Facebook and WhatsApp. Remember, on your WhatsApp, you can share your post to your Facebook or your Instagram. From your Instagram, you can share to your Facebook. So they're all intertwined. So it makes life very easy for people that are using those three platforms. Instagram, instagram.com, set up an account, add a professional photo, add a cover photo, and tell your story. There's a Facebook, there's an Instagram story, there's a highlight. Facebook also has highlights too now. Instagram story, there's highlights. You can do 10 photos per post. I don't know if anything has changed right now. I can write up to 1,200 characters per post, right? You can add links on Instagram writing. That is your content now. Maybe add link in the bios. On Facebook, you can add links in between your writing. So just those slight differences, what makes it different. And Instagram and Facebook are more of a lifestyle platform. Same thing with TikTok, right? They're more of a lifestyle platform. You can see Instagram is more of a video place, more of a picture and a video place, compared to Facebook being a bit of the two, right? Then TikTok is more of a video place than writing. So depending on your kind of product, you might want to choose where you want to stay. Either you're dead on the two, or you just stick to one, right? So your products, your services will determine which one you want to pay more attention to, all right? And hashtags work more on Instagram than Facebook. Hashtags also work on LinkedIn and more on Twitter, okay? You can also advertise directly on Instagram. You can advertise directly on Facebook, and you can advertise simultaneously on both platforms with the same budget. If you're advertising with the ads manager, if you are doing the boost to your post, we call it boost and lose. You won't have so much result out of it. So you gotta learn how to advertise with the Facebook ads manager, where you can link your pages, you can link the two pages, you can link the page of the Instagram and the page on the Facebook to one ad account. So when you run ads on your ads manager, it happens simultaneously on both platforms. Life is easy, right? So LinkedIn, on the other hand, is that one-stop shop for your professional looks, professional looks and everything. Everybody on LinkedIn looks holier than thou and all of that. So you can go there and set up a profile for yourself or set up a profile for your brand. It's more of the official place where you get to communicate, interface with industry juggernauts, etc. So what you do there is complete your company profile, share product thoughts, join industry groups, engage with your audience, make connections. The one place you can go to can meet industry people. So it's more of an official professional spot. So LinkedIn is that place. Same thing, linkedin.com, a picture, profile picture, and audio and a cover photo. What else now? Profile picture, cover photo, and what else? You can get to make posts. You can write up to 1,005 on LinkedIn. You can post up to 9 pictures or videos per post, and hashtags work too with LinkedIn. And there's also the almighty X, Twitter. It was bought over by Elon Musk sometime last year, a year before, or 2 years ago. And yeah, so they've been doing a lot. The platform used to be free, but now it's no more free. No more free if you want to have a badge. So the free guys can write up to 240 characters, 4 pictures or 4 videos. The paid guys can write more than 450. More than, did I say 450? 240. 40 characters per post. So the paid guys, the guys with the blue tick can write more than that. I don't know if there's a limit to what they can write, but the videos and the pictures will only be 4. Same thing, twitter.com, x.com. This is where you find the who is who. The Donald Trumps of US, the Joe Bidens, the Kamala Harris of the US, what is that guy's name in Zelensky, the Zelensky of Ukraine, and the Putins of Russia, the Buharis and the Tinubus of Nigeria, the Dangotes, the who is who, they're all present on Twitter. So it's more of a PR place. If you are calling out a brand and they're not answering, you go to Twitter and call them out. They will answer you very fast. Thank you later. Thank me later, right? And on Twitter, you can put GIFs. It's quick for good information. It's good for quick information, and you can also advertise on Twitter. I mean, as much as their ads is a little bit expensive. The last time I checked, you can only advertise with a minimum of $100. That was before Elon Musk even bought it. So I think it will be more expensive now. The other advantage there is that they now pay influencers, right? So if you have a lot of traction there, you can get money out of the platform. Yeah, so we publish content very frequently on Twitter. Again, twitter.com or x.com to take you to the same place. So, and these guys they have different spirits on different platforms. All right, the same holier than thou guy on LinkedIn might be the very violent guy on X. So they have their spirits, and we call it so. They have their spirit. So we want to find out what kind of energy is happening on a platform where you want to spend your time on. Facebook and Instagram is more of a lifestyle place. TikTok too is more of a lifestyle place. Um, LinkedIn is more official. X, very violent people are there. They will tear you apart, you know. So yeah, so you might want to choose your struggle, right? Choose where it works for you. It might not need to be everywhere. Of course, like I mentioned earlier, you might want to choose where it's safest for you. Hope you got that point. All right, so I'm gonna skip this particular question. I'm going to take all the questions in the end. So let me go through the contents, then I'll answer all the questions at the end. So if you have any questions as I'm speaking, please put it in the Q&A. I'll answer it later. I know Emmanuel is also there to help me with a few of them. Can fashion designers advertise on X? Yes, you can, but it's not really a place for fashion designing. Like even if you want to advertise your cake on X, it's fine, but even if you want to advertise your cake and your fashion on LinkedIn, it's possible. It's a post, you can make it. But that is not the kind of place for that kind of product. That's the point. So you want to know where your product actually would be embraced. Do you get the point? You want to know where the message about the product would be more embraced before when you send it out on those platforms. I hope you got the message. All right. Okay, there's no one that is most suitable. If you are listening to me Sunday, there's no one that is most suitable. You need to find what works for you. All right. Please put the questions in the Q&A. I'll speak to them shortly. I will finish with this. So, importance of social media marketing. We spoke to that earlier. So it has become one of the most influential and very important virtual spaces where the platform is not only used for just social networking like we addressed earlier. It used to be just a social place for people to meet, see what is happening around people's lives. It's also a great way for you to digitally advertise your brand and your products. And so with the huge number of online users, almost about 59% of the entire universe are on social media. So marketers, you don't need to miss, business people, you don't need to miss out on the chance of marketing on those platforms where you can reach a maximum number of potential buyers compared to what you do if you are using television, radio, and all the other print media. So it's a great way for you to digitally advertise what you do. All right, so 10 reasons why social media marketing is important for your business. Top on the list, you can tell your story, right? Remember, I mentioned in the first session that telling story does not necessarily mean you are typing. Could mean you are doing videos, could mean you are doing designs and graphics. And you can promote your products and your services as well. And you can stay top of mind with the people who matter the most with you, of course. Also, you can learn about your competitors, you can see what they're doing, and then you can also grow your audience with a small budgets. And you can build your custom audience. You can also increase your overall return on investment. And you can build relationship with your customers, your target audience. You can also study and learn the buying patterns of your ideal customers. Can increase your brand awareness also. So a couple of essentials of a successful social media marketing strategy. So first of all, we also want to pay attention to consistent branding. When we spoke to branding that day, we spoke to the logos, the designs, the colors, the font style, the style of the communication, the tone of the communication, and everything surrounding it. That is what makes your brand to instantly be recognized. So you want to enforce that brand identity by the way you churn out your message. Okay? But don't be pink today, tomorrow you're purple, tomorrow you're black. Stay one place. Choose a struggle. And your quality should be content. You should have good quality content, create engaging content, valuable content that actually resonate with your audience. Testimonials, feedback, all of that, what is going to actually help them to embrace your message, embrace your product along the line too. And the engagement gets to try to respond to comments, queries, feedback, both the good and the bad ones. Don't expect all to be good. And also monitor your social media performance. Adjust your strategy based on that data. The performance is very, very key to pay attention to it. You want to check out how your graphs are going. Is it going downwards? Is it going straight line? Is it going upwards? So don't just be making posts. Also check out what is happening around your contents and everything. So some examples of social media campaigns. We have three types of campaigns basically. The prospecting campaign, we have the retargeting campaign, and we have the conversion campaign. So in the prospecting campaign, it's all about reaching an entirely new audience that you've not met before. People you've not interacted before in the past, either your product or your service or your messages. And the campaigns are driven by outreach through content that makes users pause to learn some more. So the ideal outcome at this stage is not to purchase. Right? You don't necessarily need them to purchase at the first stage of the campaign. We want to have them maybe within your community, right? And it's all about reaching new people. So the second part is the retargeting campaign. Now, trust me, if you went to Jumia, if you went to maybe Konga to look for a particular product, maybe in the next 1 week, you see those products showing up to you every time you go online. Yes or yes. So those are retargeting campaigns because you showed interest. They are now retargeting you. And sometimes it used to appear like magic before I understood all these things. So when you're meeting them for the first time, it's prospecting. When you get to see it so many other times, it means the people are retargeting you because you showed interest before. So you can actually run ads based on a list from your website. You can run ads based on people that showed interest in that product or in that your website or in your services. So that one is classed under retargeting campaign for checking out returning customers, people that you feel will be interested in the product Now, the conversion campaign, on the other hand, is focused solely on advertising to customers, trying to convert them into paying users to get them to take the action, to pay for the products, to pay for the services, right? It's focused solely on converting those guys to pay for the services, right? So those are the three types of social media campaigns. So we have the next one now, creating your social media marketing strategy. Now, without a strategy, you might almost be doing nothing. You need to have a strategy on the ground before you get to do anything in the digital space, including social media. So you want to determine the kind of content that will work for you. Is it going to be video? Is it going to be graphics? Is it going to be images? Is it going to be a mix of them? All right. I actually recommend a mix of all three. Then you stick to the one that actually works best. For instance, if you look at Sabino's knows his audience like his videos. But that does not mean he does not post pictures. So he posts more videos than pictures, and he writes on them. So you need to understand what kind of message your audience consumes. So you pay attention to that. You mix the other ones just in the ratio that will work for you, right? And also try to establish the tone that you want to use. Do you want to be a playful guy, an official guy, a professional guy? How do you want your tone to sound? So establish that with the kind of communication you're churning out from your page, and figure out what topics actually resonate with your audience as well. And you also want to pay attention to understanding how they consume the content, like I just mentioned. Want to know how they consume the content that you are churning out. So content must have this key factor, this key characteristics. So if you want to differentiate your content from the unending trends of messages, content needs to be relevant, it needs to be informative, it needs to be useful, it needs to be entertaining, it needs to be shareable, it needs to be educative. So it's not every time you wake up and say, buy, buy, sell. You want to sell, sell, sell. Nah, it doesn't work that way, bro. Right? So once in a while, you want to entertain them. Once in a while, you want to educate them. Once in a while, you want to inform them. You just want to be that guy that is easily approachable. It's not every time you want people to buy. It could be boring. So don't be boring. All right? Tell your neighbor for me, don't be boring. I sound like a pastor now. Tell your neighbor for me, don't be boring. So don't be boring with your content. Don't be boring with your posts. All right. So make sure it's exciting. Make sure it's entertaining. Make sure you're making people happy. They're happy to come to your page. They're happy to come to your page. Right? So don't be boring with your content. Make it exciting. People don't, we are too stressed already in this country. People don't want all those unnecessary pressure again. So try to make people smile, give them a reason to smile, and all of that. So don't be boring. Yeah. Thank you for telling your neighbor for me. So a couple of tips. You need to post regularly, right? And very importantly, one thing you need to understand about the digital space generally is that the algorithm doesn't really favor unavailability. If you want to post today and come back in 3 months' time, you won't really get that result you want, right? So you want to be available, right? Post regularly. If you can do it every day, fine. I recommend 3 times a week for a business. That's my recommendation. Don't be completely off. Maybe 4 times in some cases. So the more you post, especially if the content is good and useful, you begin to drive the traction comes to you, right? And make sure you use visuals, images and videos, and you boost your engagement. Use high quality images or videos to catch the attention of your audience, and use hashtags, especially if you're on Twitter. And also try to collaborate. Consider partnerships. If you have money for influencer marketing, you can try. If you don't have money for the big guys, you can try the nano influencers and the micro influencers. I mean, I've worked with Taoma before. It's a whole lot of millions. I negotiated with Timini, a whole lot of millions. Trust me. Which other guy now? I work with KOK, 9 Sacrifice. It's a whole lot of millions. So I tried speaking to RMD and what's the other guy now? Don Jazzy. There's a whole lot of millions will call for you, right? But worked with Sabalo and what's the other guy's name? Officer was. It's a lot of millions, right? So If you don't have money to afford those big guys, now for the influencer marketing, now is what I'm speaking to. You can look out for the guys that are doing well. Maybe they don't have that much traction like the other big guys. And if you have a budget for it, what influencer marketing does for it, it might give you a result of 1 year in 1 month. All right. I give you a result of 1 year in 1 month. But it's going to cost you a lot of money. Yeah. So that's it. So collaborate. Once in a while, we want to go live, put a face to the brand. All right. Uh-huh. So a couple of stats just to buttress the point. So there are over 5 billion, over 8 billion users, social media users as of April of 2024. And that is roughly 62.6 billion of the entire universe. That's a lot of numbers. So you don't want to shut your eyes away from that kind of an opportunity that's presented to you on a platter of gold. Come on. So you can do more, all right? If you're not on social media as a business, please think about it, okay? And in Nigeria, we have over 36.7 billion. That is about 16%, 16.2% of Nigerians on social media. And an average person spends at least 4 hours per day on social media, at least 4 hours, according to stats. And we have that 71% of consumers are more likely to make a purchasing decision through social media referrals. So you don't want to shut your eyes away from the possibility that marketing on social media can bring to you as a business and as a brand. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm going to skip this one too. I'll go to the last parts and then I'll come to all the questions. Please keep the questions coming. We spend time today to answer the questions um, so that we want to utilize the weekend very well. So let's speak to the 5 core pillars of social media marketing. 5 core pillars of social media. Don't put your questions in the chat, please. I'll miss it. Keep it in the Q&A. So 5 core pillars of social media marketing. So the strategy, the planning and listening, planning and publishing, listening and engagement, analytics and advertising. So I'm going to ask you these 5 things at the end. So listen to it again. The strategy. Remember we spoke to the strategy earlier, the planning and publishing, the listening and engagement, the analytics, and advertising. All right, so let's go ahead. So let's speak to the strategy. So remember we spoke to the goals. You need to spell out what are your goals. What are your goals? What are your goals? Your goals need to be smart. So before you dive into publishing, you need to take a step backward and look at the bigger picture. What are your goals? How can social media help you achieve those your business goals? So social media, some businesses actually use social media platform to increase their brand awareness. Others use it to actually drive traffic to what they do. So social media can actually help to generate awareness around your business, around your website, to increase your sales. Also help you generate conversation around what you do. Can create a community, can serve a support group, and all of that. So yeah, they want to actually decide what exactly you want to do with the social media. So you spell that out first. Which of the platforms you want to use. Now, I would strongly recommend you pick maybe 2 or 3 of the whole lot, right? Because it could be very daunting. It could be very daunting to try to do everything at the same time. Very, very daunting. Try to do everything at the same time. So pay attention to what can work. Pay attention to what can work for you, the ones you can have the time to actually pay attention to. The comments will come when you have the much traction. If you want to do it by yourself, you might get tired, you might get worn out, like completely worn out, right? So what platforms you want to focus on? I'll recommend also you test your content on all those platforms, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the first 2 months, right? So after testing it the first 2 months or 3 months, you now come back, sit down and look at the analytics, see which ones you're having much traction coming from. Then you can decide. That would help you to determine which one your audience are present on. Yeah, which ones you have your audience present on. So yes, I hope you got that. And what type of content do you want to be sharing? Is it video content? Is it written content? Is it images and all? So what type of content do you want to be sharing? So you want to also pay attention to that. And again, your planning and your publishing. planning and publishing. And of course, we all agree that there is nothing you can't do so much without planning. So you need to plan, right? Except you want to die. I remember if you don't plan, you're also planning. And that is planning to fail now, right? So you need to plan. All right, so plan it out. You need to have a content calendar. You can check out tools. There are lots of tools that can actually offer you content calendar. Canva is one of them. Even on Canva, if you have the pro version, you can actually schedule your posts to go live at when you want it. You can design on Canva, put it on the content planner, and schedule it to go live from one place. Okay. If you don't have a Canva account, you can just use your spreadsheet. Just the way the match is starting now. Match 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 till 31st or the 30th. You can list what you want to do on day 1, 2, 3. The days you don't want to do anything, you can just skip it. State exactly what you want to do, how you want to do it, what content, who will write it, who will design it, who will edit it, what time is it going live, what platforms are they going live, and all of that. So you break it down. So you have to plan. So you can even plan for content you're posting by next month from this month. If it's a video, you shoot it now, edit it and keep it, edit it and schedule it. Okay? So you don't just wake up and do things out of emotions, right? You should not be temperamental to decide when to work and when not to work, right? You need to plan things ahead, right? So planning is key, is very, very key, right? So you plan for your content and all of that. So when you finish making the post, there's something called social listening. You have to listen to what is happening. You also want to engage people that are actually reacting to your post, right? So you need to monitor, to check out, are the reviews good? Is the feedback good? You want to offer support where there is need. You want to respond to comments. You want to respond to images, right? You want to respond to feedback, both the good and the bad ones. You want to pay attention to what is happening. How many people mention you? How many hashtags? How many of your hashtags did people take and publicize? Right? So the listening and the engagement is very, very key as well. Also pay attention to the analytics. The analytics. You want to check out, like I mentioned earlier, what is happening from your back end. Right? What is happening from your back end? Is your graph of engagement, is it going up? Is it on a straight line or is it going down? Based on what you wanted to achieve. Remember, you need to spell out your goals well. If you wanted to increase your followers, are the followers growing? Are they on a straight line? Are they diving? Okay, so you want to state that out. Are you reaching more people on social media than last month? How many positive mentions did you have? How many people use your brand's hashtag? How do customers interact with your products, your services? So you want to pay attention to what is happening at the back end. Don't just post and go to sleep, right? Don't just post and go. This is the part where you get to, I'm doing that for you, Adam. Don't just post and go to sleep. Engage people, listen to them. Also look at the analytics to see if there's any adjustments you need to make in the course of what you're doing. All right. And advertising. You mostly hear ads. Ads is just short form of adverts, advertising. In the digital space, we don't have time for advertising. 4 syllables. Why? You want to cut that down? So we just call it ads, 1 syllable. Life is easy, right? So social media ads allows you to reach a wider audience. And of course, if you are running an organic campaign means you're not paying money, right? The regular ones you post. The regular ones you post means you're not paying. Please feel the attendance is been dropped. The regular ones means you're not paying money. The regular posts you make and all, you're not paying money for people to see it. It's just for your audience and the friends of your friends can see it. But on the other hand, what you have for the paid one, you can choose who you want to see your ad. So all those ads you see sponsored simply means that it's getting to you because the advertiser chose you to be under the category of people that should see the ad. Maybe your demography. Remember we spoke to the demography. Are you living in the location? Is it your age? Is it your profession? Or maybe you have interest in such product, interest or your behavior. You can even find people that drink Coca-Cola, right? You can find people that drink Coca-Cola and all of that. So let me check this link. I don't know why it's not opening, but let me just check it. The form is working. Please check your internet. Check your internet, please. It's working. I just checked it now. I saw a lot of you complaining yesterday. The link is working. Please check your internet. Hope I didn't close my slide. Click on it, or you copy it and paste it on a browser. It should work. Emmanuel, please just post just the link. Don't add any text to it. Let's see. It's not still opening. Oh wow, that is interesting. Emmanuel, post it without any writing. Okay, so try this one now. Please try. One of them should work. Use the one I just shared now. Anybody with the challenge, please use this one. Check your internet. I'm very, very sure of that. I can open it and you can see it now, right? If you are not able to click on it, it means maybe something is wrong with your internet or something. I'm not done now. I'm not actually done. I'm still on my last topic. I wanted to sort this attendance thing out first because a lot of you complained for yesterday. So. All right. So please let me know when you feel it. Just type done. When you finish, just type done. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. So let's wrap off so that I can answer the questions. Yeah. So Imana, please help me with the rest of the comments. So you can, when you get to advertise, you reach more people. The paid ones get to reach the audience you select based on what you selected to be your category, to form your audience. To be interest, behavior, demographic information, name, age, etc. All right. Now, you can create target audience based on interest, demographics, and the rest of it. All right. Thank you so much. What are the core pillars of social media marketing? What are the core pillars of social media marketing? I told you I will ask you this question. The network is hanging. Okay. At least it's not from an end now. You need to fill that form before we finish the last, the last statement on this class, because the form might be short so that you don't get to share it with other people that were not in the class. Please remember to share it also on YouTube for the people that are on YouTube. Mano. Okay. Listening, planning, strategy, planning, publishing, advertising, analytics, advertising. I didn't see listening and engagement. All right, saw that now. Thank you. You guys are awesome students. Please, a round of applause for yourselves. Constant posting is not one of, yeah, it's good, but it's not one of the pillars. Please, a round of applause for yourselves. You guys are wonderful students. So let's get to the questions. I'm sure I'll be able to do this under 10 minutes. All right. Can we have yesterday's training on YouTube? I don't think it was streamed. Chichi. I'm sorry. But you can go to our YouTube, the same YouTube handle, and look for, you can find that topic, digital marketing, build an effective digital marketing plan. You can find that topic there. Maybe not the one that was streamed yesterday, but you can find an old one, right? In a situation where you work with a real estate company, not as, but as an administrator, but you want to help market about your company you work with, how will you achieve that both in traditional and digital settings? Well, Precious, there are different ways you can market. Like we spoke to earlier, the traditional means and the digital means. And like I tell people, whether you are having, excuse me, whether you're having results or not, you need to have a budget for your marketing, right? So if your company, they have a lot of money, they can go as far as going to the radio, the television, to showcase what they're doing. They don't have a lot of money, they can pay attention to social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or any other one where they want to pitch their tent, right? So that can work. If you have individual marketers, you can also market on WhatsApp. I see a lot of people marketing on WhatsApp as well. So depending on the kind of audience you have, do you have the audience on your list that can buy those kind of products? That's why WhatsApp is a little bit tricky to deal, right? If you don't have that audience or a network of people that have that audience that can share your products, then you are just wallowing in the dark. That's what it means. So the best shot, Facebook is a good place for everybody. So everybody is likely on Facebook. So you can find them there. You run ads targeting those set of audience when you've already drawn out your persona. Okay, Precious? I hope that helps. Social media, and pay attention also to your Google profile. That's a good spot also to do this kind of programs. I hope that helped. Great question. What's the minimum amount to run ads on Instagram and Facebook? At least $1, which is I think about 1,800 now, if I'm not mistaken. But trust me, the guy that is using 20,000 naira and you that is using 1,700 naira cannot have the same results. And Facebook is always very particular about that. They're not even as what's the right word now? They're not even as lenient as Google would be. So Facebook will take your money, but they'll give you the result though, even though I prefer Google's kind of results. So minimum of $1, your ad will run, and the higher the amount you put in, the more result you get. Let me talk about. I hope that helped. Thank you for asking. That's a great question. That's a great question. How do you handle customers' distrust on social media marketing and win their trust? It's not about just social media. People losing trust in other brands is a general thing in marketing, right? So again, like I answered this question the first, they do the right thing, right? And be sure you're sending out your testimonials as they come in, your feedback as they come in. So people can see, okay, maybe you're not perfect, but at least you're owning up to what's to somebody trying to tear you down, right? So pay attention to that as well. So and try to manage it in the best way you can. Best way you can, that means be diplomatic enough not to use the wrong words, right? So that you can answer, respond. Especially some people just want to tear you down, whether you're doing the right thing or not. So you need to be diplomatic, especially when you're going public, right? Because one post can tear you down, one post can mar you, one post can make you. Great question. Thank you, Amma, for asking. How can we get a certificate? It will come to you when we are done. How and when can we get a certificate? It's going to be coming to you when you are done. Which social media platform is best for food marketing, drinks, and or catering business? Charity. Okay, I recommend Instagram. I recommend Facebook. I won't recommend LinkedIn and Twitter. I mean, you can make a post there, but that's not the place for it. And you can think around YouTube as well, TikTok as well, depending on how much capacity you can wield out to be able to get things done, right? So pay attention to more of video posts. So tell stories around your recipes, tell stories around how you produce a particular meal, and make it attractive. And of course, if you are adding little prices to your posts, you can use that as an advantage now. If people are selling a particular meal for maybe 20,000 naira, you can start your own with maybe 15. Just start from there. When you are able to convince them that your quality is good, even though it's cheaper, you must have dropped out a lot of customers from the other guys. Then you can begin to take the price up small. Right? Charity. So pay attention to video content and use the lifestyle platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Great question. Thank you for asking. How do we use hashtags? You just write hashtag of whatever word you want to use. That means you're the one that created that particular hashtag. Doesn't necessarily mean people use it. Hmm? So when you go to also use other people's hashtags, people created it. Hashtag BTC. People created it. So it just means that particular hashtag has got a lot of. If you go to put hashtag on I think either Twitter or LinkedIn, you see the number of posts that people are using for that particular, people are using that particular hashtag on. So that can tell you that this is the kind of traction you are driving yourself into when you use that particular hashtag. So if you can create yours and it catches the traction, why not? So just use the hashtag and start any word alongside with it. Amma, how do I properly use hashtags? I just explained that, Damilola. Which of the social media that have more impact, please? Someone like me, I always like spending more time on social media. I've explained this, Princess. Depending on what you're doing, depending on the kind of platform you're on, depending on your kind of products, right? You should be able to determine what works for you. And like I mentioned, you want to test your content on all those platforms and see which one you're having much traction before you actually determine if to continue with it or not. All right, Princess? I hope that helps. Don't just spend time on social media. Also spend time for yourself and your products and your services. Okay. Anonymous, how can I increase my subscribers on Facebook? It says I've reached my limit to add more people and people sending requests for me to follow. Or increasing your subscribers, reach your limits. You can't, I think there's a limit to how many people you can request to subscribe to your page, right? I'm not quite sure what that number is. But I think you can do that. Try it after a week. I think that applies to LinkedIn. You can only send 250 requests per time, right? So try it after a week and try it again. Just try it. Maybe after a week or after a day. Things after things after a week or a day. I'm not quite sure. So try it again. You're going to be able to add more. You can't hit your limits if it's a page. There's no limit in page. There's a limit in your personal profile. Anonymous. All right. So check. And even that your personal profile, if you change it to digital creator, to professional mode, there's no limits. Anonymous. I hope that helped. Great question. Thank you for asking. Certificate to come, Grace. How do you analyze? Please check the insights part of your social media platform. If it's on Facebook, find it. If it's on LinkedIn, there's a place for analytics. There's a place for details around what is happening on your page. Twitter, Instagram, they all have it. Okay. So I know Facebook's one is the Facebook, what's it called now? The Meta Business Suite. Or you can just take the insights part of your page. It's there. But it may not have so much generous data from your personal profile, but on your page, there's a lot of information you can see, right? And that applies same to Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and the rest of them. Even YouTube. YouTube is very, very sophisticated now. Okay. Great question, Faith. Thank you for asking. Adenike, please, can we have a practical session on all you have thought? I think this will drive home your point and impact more on your audience. Yes, that will actually drive my point, but we don't have time for that, at least today. Thank you for asking. I showed attendance properly yesterday. I said successful, I stayed till the end, but I didn't get any data. The FCT guys will actually have to answer that. I don't know anything about data, but I know you're supposed to get data if you filled the form, right? So I'll find out on what is happening at the back end, or maybe the data will be coming after today's session. I don't know, right? Thank you for asking. Esther, what am I helping you with? Can you send me the link privately? What link, please? You want to please send, don't worry, let me just share Esther's link. The doc. I've shared the link for the attendance to you, Esther. How can I get the certificate? It will come to you when we're done. After choosing the social media platform to use, do we always have to post the same things on all three, or can we mix them up accordingly to how these platforms work? For example, TikTok and Facebook. Great question, Fatima. So yeah, they want to decide that, but don't be a different person on each of those platforms, right? Of course, what I mean there is the same logo you use on all those places should be the same logo. Your content, you can tweak that to actually suit the platform that you're trying, right? So if you are doing a written content for your Google business, it can be the same content on TikTok, but it will be a video. I've shared the attendance again. So I don't know about the data, but I'm sure the data will come from the FCT guys. So I'm sure they will settle that with you guys. So as long as you fill the attendance, I'm sure it will be addressed. All right. So Fatima, you can tweak the concepts of the post, right? And make it suit the platform, and ultimately make it suit the audience on that platform. Remember, the guys on LinkedIn are different from the guys on Twitter. Not the guys per se. The spirit on LinkedIn is different from the spirit on Twitter. It's different from the spirit on TikTok and Instagram. Fatima, I hope that helped. Charity, which social media platform is more appropriate for food business? I answered this earlier, Charity. I'm still on YouTube channel. So what do you advise I do to grow my YouTube channel, get engagement, subscribers, social commentary, narrator? Okay. Um. Oh well. Again, it goes back to your quality, the quality of your content. Your content needs to be good, and try to. If you have little money, please run ads, run video ads, and it's simple to run video ads now, and just train a little budget there, and just run the ads, right? And then drop more people to see what you're doing. And of course, if the content is not good, you wouldn't have that traction. So it might be something interesting, it might be something exciting, or something easy to be engaged with. And of course, if you don't have the money to run the ads, please do your organic thing very well. Share your YouTube handle on your Google profile, your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp. Just share it everywhere. Encourage people to subscribe, right? The more traction you have over time, then eventually you begin to get all the traction that you want. And it just starts small. Don't be too don't be too carried away with you want it to work overnight. Mm-mm. Most times it doesn't work overnight, right? And all the best for that. If you are starting anything, I sincerely salute you. A lot of us don't have the grace to start. So if you've started something, well done. All right. Narrator, more grace to you. Um, how do you adequately secure your social media handles from hackers and scammers who tend to defraud unsuspecting customers? Great question, Oluwakemi. Okay, so what you do, please, everybody here, go ahead and activate your two-factor authentication. 2FA, we call it. So go to your security, look for two-factor authentication and activate it. All right, that is going to secure, that is going to put an extra level of security on your account. If anybody wants to hack you, you would have seen the notifications before they even tried to do it. I've lost a Facebook account before, the very virgin one I had. Yeah, I lost it like maybe 5 years ago. Very painful, right? With almost 5,000 followers, whatever they used to call it then, right? So 5,000 friends is now followers and the rest. So please go back and work on it and secure yourself. There's no way to completely keep those guys away. They will try, but you need to provide security for yourself. And even if you've been hacked before, you can appeal to Facebook as long as you can prove that you're the owner and provide your pictures and all of that. So Facebook will restore your account if you can prove it. Because I had a time where the guy deleted my email, so all the request for change of password was going to his email, right? So in such cases that you know you've lost control, you write to the support to rescue you. But please, everybody, go ahead and secure your accounts if you have not done that before. Oluwakemi, I hope that helped. Please, how do I know which of my posts is gaining attention? I mentioned that earlier, Ma. Please pay attention to your analytics. Analytics, right? Okay, can you please spell out the name of the teacher for yesterday's session? I didn't get it when you mentioned. Simplest. Is there any way the 3 days training record can be sent to an email? You can go to our YouTube and then you find it there. Today's one is recorded. Today's one was streamed, so you can find it there. How do you target the right audience and what average budgets can I set aside for it? That is completely up to you. Again, you need to understand your audience, the audience you're dealing with, and targeting them means you want to run ads, right? So that's when you can actually select who to reach and who not to reach. And what average budgets can you set aside? You spend 20,000 naira and somebody else is spending 50,000 naira, two of you can have the same result. So you need to put a budget that you want to spend and work with that. There's no fixed budget. So you just scale as you grow. Amma? I hope that helped. How precisely does paid ads work on Facebook, Instagram, and other platforms? It works. It works. It works. If you spend money, you can select the audience you want, right? You may not be able to get the audience you want if you are marketing organically. Great questions. Thank you for asking, Precious. In a setting where are you people adding more questions? You won't finish today if you're adding more questions. In a setting where you work with a real estate company, I've answered this question before. Do we have tools that can help me design content for social media marketing? What tools can help me design social media posts? I mentioned this earlier. Please go to Canva, canva.com. That's the easiest one you can jump on. Let me see if I can grab that for you. It's there in the chat. Everybody can pick that up. Canva. Place for automobiles. What is the best platform for that to sell? Make your research, right? Find out which one works best. I'll prefer Instagram and TikTok, and try and tell your story, right? Tell your video story around what you're doing. You can draw a lot of attention to yourself, confidence, all right? That is for automobiles. And how can I measure the success of any social media? Please check your analytics. Felix, can you reshare the attendance form? Emmanuel, please reshare the attendance form. I asked a question on how to increase subscribers on Facebook, like increase the limit before I was locked out. I just logged back in. Increase the limit. I don't know about if you are using, again, if you are using your page, if you are on your personal profile, you have a limit. If you are on your page, the page does not have a limit. I'm not quite sure what you mean by increasing the limits on page. I don't think there's a limit on page. You said maybe it's a new thing, but there's no limit on page. Please. If you have been blocked, maybe try again after 24 hours or something, or maybe a week. All right, Iba, how often should I post to get their engagement on my platforms? You can do it every day, fine, but I recommend 3 days in a week. Maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Monday, Thursday, Saturday, however you want to do it. You must understand your audience and what hours of the day they engage with your posts. So you're not just shooting your castles or building your castles in the air. Okay? Anonymous, I hope that helped. Social media platform for kiddies, I recommend Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Those are lifestyle places. Please, how do I write an ebook? There are tools there are AI tools for that. I don't have them offhand right now, but I know there are a lot of AI tools for that. And Word Journey, that guy advertised to me for a very long time. I never used his product. So try Word Journey, or you can just go to Google and just type ebook tools, ebook writing tools, something like, or check YouTube. Please check YouTube. There are lots of tools for it. Chichi, I hope that helped. How do I increase my WhatsApp TV views to increase my sales? I don't know. WhatsApp, you need to market manually. So you reach out to people manually, do your broadcast, put it on your website, put it on your social media, draw attention to it. Right? You can't run ads on WhatsApp because it's closed-ended. You can run ads to WhatsApp, including Facebook. You can use your WhatsApp as a landing page. When people click there, they land in your WhatsApp. Okay? But you can't run ads on the platform itself. Anonymous, I hope that helped. Practical video on the training? No. There's a video you can go back and watch on YouTube. There's no practical. How do I grow traffic on NGO websites? If you want to run ads for your websites, please go ahead and run ads. You want to promote it on your social media. Remember we said social media can actually help you to draw traffic to your website. So you can be posting the link of your website on your social media. That too can work. And what else now? Yeah, on your social media, that's going to work. And yeah, so run ads on social media, Telegram, WhatsApp, etc. Miriam, I hope that helped. Henrietta, and the other time you talk about not crowding logo, like how many colors can business logos have? It's your choice. You want to have five colors. Google have more than five. white, green, red, yellow, blue. That's five. Depending on how you mix it, that's why I may need to get an AI, we need to get a designer to be able to mix it for you. Impactor has we have our primary colors, the maroon, yellow, and burnt whites. They also have a secondary colors. It looks like black, there's a red, and there's a yellow in between. It all depends on how you want to mix it. And again, logos need to be professional, right? So you don't want to have all the colors of the world on one logo. How do I increase my views on WhatsApp? Answer this question. Best idea on new business owner. I don't know what you mean by best idea, Bolanle. Please rephrase that question. I had a Facebook account that I built with close to 3,000. It was hacked. It discouraged me of using Facebook. So can it be recovered? Yeah, go back to it. Hopefully you can, Oluchuko. Hopefully you can just write their support. If you can prove that you are the one that actually owned it with your face and everything, I'm sure it can be recovered. And please, when you want to start again, try and put your two-factor authentication in place so that you don't have affliction arising the second time. Oluchuko, sorry about that. I've had the experience. It's not a sweet one, firstly. How can I save my videos content just the way you save pictures, like creating a particular page and then clicking the link to take it directly to the picture, like the portfolio? You can use Google Drive, or you can use OneDrive, or you can use there are so many cloud storage platforms. All right, there are so many cloud storage platforms you can use to save your documents, and then you can access them wherever you are on the internet. All right. And so the link will just take you directly to those platforms. I have pictures of maybe 10 years ago on my drive. They're still there, just looking as cranky as it was that time. Okay, so you can also use that. Um, Anonymous, Felix, can you send the YouTube link privately to me? What YouTube link, please? The attendance form is not loading. Please, Emmanuel, please share the attendance form again. Best idea on how to promote your business for a new business. I've said a lot of things today, but if you want to promote it using social media, we spoke to everything around social media. Want to promote it using influencer marketing? I share some ideas. You want to promote it want to promote it through your website, promote it to your Google business profile. You can use all those platforms at the same time, but just find out what works and how you can utilize it. Right? Bola, I hope that helped. Thank you so much. So it's been a great time. It's been 1 hour, almost 40 minutes now, speaking English. And thank you guys for helping with the English session. Like I didn't speak the English alone, so thank you. Please check the link. I don't know why you're still having difficulty with this attendance. I'm not sure why. Please follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. The links will be dropped in the chats. If you have not followed us yet, please do that. Let me share the links right now. If you want to learn more, the links are all there. Please tell me your weekend was well spent. Please tell me your weekend was well spent. At least the first 3 hours. All right. So tell me how do you rate the session over 10? Over 10, 20, 10.5. Okay. 9. Okay. I see you. I can't find my deck. 8, 9, 8, 9, 10.5. All right. You guys are very generous. Okay. Excuse me. So I'll need you to drop this feedback in the chat as soon as we are done. I'm going to just throw it open for you to ask questions, for you to drop your feedback. All right. So thank you so much for sticking around with us. Almost 2 hours now, learning together. And you can bear me witness, it's been fun, right? Aha. What I did I miss your own choice? Which one? How many did you write? Which one did you write? Please post it again. I'll see it this time. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. 100. All right. You're far so kind. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for your kind words. We're having issues with the attendance. I'm not quite sure why, but every other person has been able to feel it, and I'm not quite sure why you're still having issues. The guys on YouTube, please fill your attendance properly. And what else now? The I think the data will come to you, right? As long as you fill the attendance, it will come to you. And your certificates too will come to you, right? As long as you fill the attendance, it will come. So God bless you guys, and please drop me your favorite emojis before you go. Thank you, Jama, and thank you everyone for your kind words. Thank you so much. We love you. This is the last piece. I'm sure there'll be a second part where you're going to be learning some other topics. We can look out on our touch points to see all the other topics that we're offering, right? So check it out on our YouTube. If you've missed anything, go to the YouTube and then you can watch some more. Please drop me your favorite emojis. I'm going to drop mine as well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We love you. And then we wish you all the very best. And we want to see you at the top. I'm not sure what dates to fill in the column of training dates. I'm also aware of how long the training would last. I'm also unaware of how long the training will last. If you just joined, we have already finished. Laura, today's date is 1st March, right? Thank you guys. Love you. Your kind words are so heartwarming. So on behalf of Impactor, I want to thank you sincerely, especially those of you that have stuck with us to this very last point. And FCTA, thank you so much for granting you and I the opportunity to be sharing this knowledge with you. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. We appreciate you and we wish you a very awesome, wonderful weekend. Bye. I hope you guys enjoyed my story. I hope I wasn't too boring. I know I'm a terrible storyteller, but I mean, I'm trying. I hope I wasn't boring with the story. All right. All right. Bye. Be good. Thank you. For those of you that said I wasn't boring, thank you. Okay, so have a good weekend. Maybe go shopping, take your wife or your girlfriend, your boyfriend somewhere. If you want to take me out, I'm available. I'm in Abuja, come and carry me. I'm available for enjoyment. You know, you want to take me out, just ask for my address. I'm here. All right, guys, thank you. If you are good with making all the weekend things, the rice, the chicken, and the turkeys, and all those fun things, please go ahead and make yourself happy. Marry your life, right? Marry your life. Okay, so I know I'm speaking too much English, but I wish you guys all the very best, and I'm grateful you gained something out of what we shared today. Stella, let's go. That means I'm dragging somebody away. I'm grateful you learned something out of what we shared today, and I'm happy you found it useful. So please go ahead and put them to use, all right? Put them to use. That is what would matter to us. When you put it to use, and then it's useful to you. That is what counts for me. That's what counts for us, and that will actually make the aim of this training to be achieved. All right. So thank you so much once again. If you were not able to fill the attendance, I'm going to drop it one last time. One last time. Let me see if I can find it. Let me find it. Okay, I found it. All right, guys. Please try and fill it. Love you and be good. Bye. Bye.